Well, that reveal was interesting, to say the least. Call of Duty Black Ops 7's worldwide release trailer just dropped along with a direct with a ton of info on campaign, multiplayer, and zombies. In this video, we're going to go through all 24 features that were covered for multiplayer within this direct. Strap in, there's a lot to take in, and as always, subscribe for more Call of Duty content and leave a like if you enjoy. Let's do it. There will be 16 6v6 multiplayer maps at launch, including 13 brand new maps and 3 returning from Black Ops 2. And those returning maps are said to be Raid, Express, and Hijacked, which we saw Raid and Express during the direct, but I'm not sure if we've seen Hijacked yet. Raid and Express are two of my all-time favorite maps, so I'm very pumped to have those back. Even if we have seen them before, we know they play well, so I'm all for it. The new maps we actually have the names for. They are The Forge, Toshin, Exposure, Cortez, Scar, Den, Homestead, which is likely David Mason's childhood cabin, Colossus, Imprint, Dry Dock, Retrieval, Paranoia, and Blackheart. Obviously, we've seen very little of these maps based on the little footage that we do have, but the maps all look very vibrant and truly look like Treyarch maps. It can't get worse than Black Ops 6 maps, so hopefully we're in for a year of good maps. We're also getting 2 Skirmish maps, which is a brand new 20v20 game mode where 2 teams clash across expansive environments. This is basically the Call of Duty version of Battlefield. Big maps, big teams, wing seat movement for easy map traversal, and objectives to capture. It's also confirmed that the grapple hook will be available in this mode, so there's a big emphasis on being able to move around these maps efficiently. This will likely just be a gimmicky mode, but I'm still excited to try it out. We are getting 30 new weapons at launch, including 16 weapons that we've never seen before in any Call of Duty title. Some returning weapons that I've seen in the video from previous titles include the Peacekeeper, the M8A1, and PDW-57 from Black Ops 2. I believe I also saw an image of the DSR-50 on one of the marketing ads, but I don't think that's confirmed. This is the beauty of that futuristic setting. They can have fun and play around with the weapons a lot because these things haven't been invented yet. I'm excited to see what they cook up here, and I'm super excited to see those returning weapons as well. Weapon Prestige is back and works a little differently than before. You level up your weapon as normal, unlocking attachments as you progress, and at the end you can choose to enter Weapon Prestige, where you unlock a special camo that you can equip to any weapon. But you also relock all attachments except for the weapon's optics. You also unlock a unique build-changing Prestige attachment that's different with every weapon. This will likely be this game's version of aftermarket parts, where it can change how the gun performs completely. You can prestige 2 more times, unlocking unique rewards each time and eventually reaching Weapon Prestige Master and being able to level your weapon up to level 250, where a unique chase-worthy camo will become available. I think this is a great feature, and it gives a little extra for players to grind for, especially since there will be rewards attached to this, so I'm excited about the return of Weapon Prestige. Classic Prestige is back. This will remain the same as it was in Black Ops 6 for the most part. 10 prestiges, 55 levels each, rewards each prestige, prestige tokens, the whole shebang. And I'm assuming blueprints will be used as a way to permanently unlock weapons as it was in Black Ops 6, which I didn't really like, but it sells blueprints, so it is what it is, I guess. Players will now be able to share weapon builds. We can now send a build of our favorite class setups directly to a friend, so they don't have to create it themselves. We'll also be able to add a weapon build code to the gunsmith so that when you see a shared screenshot of another player's build, you can simply enter that build code and import the weapon setup directly to your own loadout. I think this is an awesome feature and will certainly cut down on time spent in the gunsmith, but I also think this just furthers the problem with the gunsmith. It just takes too much time to build a weapon because there are so many attachments. This definitely cuts that time down, but the gunsmith system is still a bloated system in my opinion, and we need to go back to a pick 10, pick 12, pick 13, anything but the current gunsmith system will do. Omni movement is evolving. In Black Ops 7, we'll be able to wall jump, and we actually got to see a brief clip of this in action. I like this addition. I'm a big fan of adding anything that adds a skill gap, so this is great. I would have preferred full-on advanced movement, but this will have to do. In Skirmish, we will be able to activate combat rolls when you jump or fall from steep distances. This is to reduce fall damage. I don't think we saw any gameplay of this, but it seems like Skirmish is going to be a very creative mode where they can test certain things that are too risky for regular multiplayer. I'm curious to see how this is going to play out. Tactical Sprint is gone. Well, sort of. Tac Sprint is now only equipable by using a perk, and is not the default movement. I've been wanting this change for a while now for regular multiplayer, so I'm so excited they actually did this, and I think it's a good idea to keep it as an optional perk to track how many people actually still want to use it. Another big win here is no manual doors on the maps. Another item on my wish list for a long time. Manual doors never should have been added in the first place to multiplayer. Keep them in Warzone. This is another win for multiplayer fans. Specialist bonus is back. Per Modern Warzone on X, here's how it works in Black Ops 7. New perks are earnable at 200 score, 400 score, and 600 score. And then at 1200 score, you receive every perk in the game. Yes, that includes Tac Sprint. But this will be a wild card, so there's going to be a heavy trade-off for using this. Most people use Gunfighter or Perk Greed, so you'll have to give up one of those wild cards, whichever you run, if you want to run Specialist Bonus. I love Specialist Bonus. It's one of my favorite features of Modern Warfare 3 and Modern Warfare 19, so I have no problem giving stuff up for this. Combat specialties return with a twist. You can still activate a combat specialty as normal by having 3 of the same color perk equipped, but now you can have a hybrid combat specialty by combining perks from different combat specialties. I thought combat specialties were cool, so I'm excited to see the new ones added in. Overclocking equipment, a brand new feature in Black Ops 7. Scorestreaks, field upgrades, and equipment can be upgraded using the overclock system. Every successful use of a score streak, field upgrade, or equipment becomes a step toward unlocking its full potential. They did provide a few examples of this to clear any confusion there might be. So the first example they give is for the cluster grenade, which is back after having not been in Call of Duty since Black Ops 4. For those of you who don't know, this is a grenade that scatters a group of smaller explosives when the main projectile detonates. When you overclock it, you get the following upgrades. The first one is a controllable fuse, which adds the ability to cook the grenade over time, and the second overclock is tighter packing, which adds 1 additional mini grenade to the projectile. Another example they give is for the Rhino Scorestreak, which is a remotely controlled armored robotic soldier. And with the first overclock, you get Power Module, which extends the runtime of the Rhino. Simple, easy, perfect. And the second overclock is Sonar Pulse, which reveals nearby enemy locations on the Rhino's minimap and enhances both radar length and duration. Overclocking sounds pretty cool. We haven't really seen anything like this since Infinite Warfare, when they gave us the ability to use different variations of score streaks, so I'm excited to see how this will work and to see if there will be more than 2 available for each item. Active Camo returns, but not as a specialist ability as some were speculating, but as a field upgrade. From the look of it in the video, it looks pretty good. Obviously, balance is super important here, so duration is super key, but either way, I'm excited for Camo to be back as long as it's balanced properly. Mastery Camos return, and this time there will be 4 sets of camos to unlock, which is absolutely insane. 4 for campaign, 4 for multiplayer, 4 for zombies, and 4 for Warzone at Season 1 launch. Black Ops 6 camo grind was in fact a grind. I'd be a little more excited for this if I knew it was going to be less of a grind. I don't have as much time to play Call of Duty as I used to, so if it's a little bit less than Black Ops 6, that would make me happy. The biggest factor for this grind was the fact that you had to unlock the final mastery camos for each individual weapon. It's never been done like that, and it took away from the feeling of completing it a little bit, but I'm still excited to grind it either way. There will be no ADS while sliding, diving, or wall jumping by default. You will need a perk for it, which I actually don't mind, but I feel like that will be a bit of a crutch perk for a lot of players. Either way, that opens up other perk combos for people who don't feel like using it. There are 10 confirmed score streaks so far per the Ghost of Hope on X. RCXD, Gravemaker, which is a charge rifle that lets you see and shoot enemies through walls. This thing sounds absolutely busted. Hopefully they balance it correctly. The Skewer, the Dog, Rhino, Hunter-Killer drones, which is basically the Black Ops 7 version of dogs, VTOL warship, interceptors, UAV, and counter UAV. That's very likely not all of the score streaks, but still a good amount so far. And on the matter of score streaks, looping streaks are back. But again, you will need to equip a perk for this. A lot of things are being locked behind perks, which can be seen as good and bad. Obviously, we don't really know how this plays out until we see the perk groups and what's going to be seen as a crutch or non-crutch perk. But I'm glad looping streaks is back in some capacity. Hopefully it can be here to stay without a perk in the future. Weekly challenges are returning from Modern Warfare 3.23. There will be unlockable attachments, weapons, and score streaks to earn every season, and challenges for all modes with 2 weapon camos to chase every season. Call of Duty Next is happening again. It returns live on Tuesday, September 30th, and will feature the full Black Ops 7 multiplayer reveal, zombies gameplay, and the future of Warzone. And directly following that event, there will be a beta for Black Ops 7. Early access for pre-order and Game Pass subscribers begins on October 2nd, and the open beta begins a few days later on October 5th, with the beta ending on October 8th. We're only getting 1 weekend with it, so make sure you clear your calendar, call in sick, do what you need to do. The Carryforward returns. I did do a full video on this, which I will link above right now, but basically everything carries over once Season 1 begins. Operators, operator skins, weapons from VO6, blueprints, you name it. There are a few exceptions to this, but as it stands, everything from Black Ops 6 will carry forward to Black Ops 7. Personally, not a big fan of this, mainly because of the cel-shaded skins and collab skins. But the developers have said they hear us with the complaints, so here's to hoping they actually do something about it. Am I optimistic about that? No chance. Tac-Stance looks to be returning based on a few clips that we've seen. This makes sense considering Sledgehammer is rumored to be taking a large role in the multiplayer development. I'm not a big fan of Tac-Stance. I think it was a pretty gimmicky mechanic, and I think there's going to be camo challenges for this, so I'm disappointed it's coming back. Global progression is back. This time, campaigns involved. Level up through all 4 modes: campaign, multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone. This is always a win and makes diving into other modes a lot easier because you feel that sense of progression, so I'm excited this is back. I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon. Brand new HUD. The Black Ops 7 heads-up display looks amazing, especially compared to the HUDs we've gotten in the Warzone era. It's been pretty bland. Black Ops 7 is adding some color to the mix, which is a great change, and overall, it just looks clean and futuristic. I'm very much looking forward to this change. That's gonna do it, guys. Everything that was revealed during the multiplayer direct. If I missed anything, let me know in the comments and I'll update it in the description. The reaction to Black Ops 7 has been overwhelmingly negative, and Call of Duty has done it to themselves. With that being said, I don't think there was anything revealed in this direct that warrants that amount of negativity. The game genuinely looks good in my opinion. Now obviously, opinions can't be formed until our hands are actually on it, but personally, I like the look of it and I'm excited to play it. What about you guys? Hopping on the hate wagon? or are you excited to try it out? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more Black Ops 7 content. I'll see you in the next video. We'll chat then.